We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid, with Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Diana Day as Susan, and Leonard Williams as Theodore Craythorpe in
Cupid and the Black Hand Gang. Come on, Ozzy, hurry up. Stop crying. It's leaving clean lines all down your face. Oh, shut up, cry baby. It's all right, Ozzy. Your dad won't see you. He won't be home from work yet. Now, here's the front door. In you go. See, I told you the old monster wouldn't be here yet.
Now what's happened?
Oh, heck. Hello, Mr. Monster. Higginbottom. I didn't think you'd been yet. Ta-ra.
You wait there. I'll deal with you when I've dealt with Ozzy. Shut up. Get in that kitchen. Oh. Aggie! Aggie! Come and get this little brat's clothes up before he catches pneumonia. I said shut up. Now, I'll deal with you, Clitheroe. What have you been doing with Ozzy? He's wringing wet through and he's covered in mud.
Oh, well, it was an accident. On the way home from school, we did some sledging in the snow.
Sledging?
Yes, Charlie Thompson was the reindeer and I was the driver.
And what was Ozzy?
Oh, he was the sledge.
You mean you were sliding on him?
Well, he had to be the sledge. He was the only one with a plastic Mac.
You little hooligan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Higginbottom. It was only a game.
If it happens again, you and me'll have a game. Cowboys and Indians. I'll scalp you.
Mr. Higginbottom, let go me coat. You're twisting me collar.
I'm sorry. I thought it was your windpipe. Now listen, the next time you pick on Ozzy, I'll be round at your house.
Oh, I won't do it again, Mr. Higginbottom. Tell Ozzy I'm sorry, will you? And I'll pop round here on Monday night for the meeting.
What meeting?
The Black Hand Gang. We're meeting in your front room again.
Oh, no, you're not. Every time you lot come round, that front room's like a pigsty.
I know, but we don't want anything posh.
You're having no meeting here next Monday, so you can forget it. Now clear off.
Well, can I have my frog back?
Your frog?
Yes, it's in Ozzy's pocket and I want it back.
Well, you can whistle for it.
Don't be daft. Frogs don't come when you whistle. You have to go... Oh, oh, oh!
Get out!
Hello, Grandad. Are you shoveling the snow away?
No, I'm trying to find the North Pole. To catch a penguin.
Penguins live at the South Pole.
All right, I'm trying to find the South Pole.
You're too late. Edmund Hillary's found it.
Well, how about you finding another shovel and giving me a hand?
Haven't had me tea yet. I can't shovel on an empty stomach. Oh, I don't know why you're bothering. It started to thaw.
Has it?
Yes, look, it's melting on the roof. Can't you hear the drip?
Hello, Mr. Sinclair.
I can now. Hello, Theodore.
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe. Hey, have you been playing in the snow?
No, some little hooligan snowballed me all the way down the road. I must look like the abominable snowman.
You look more like Eskimo Nell. What are you doing here?
Mrs. Clitheroe kindly invited me to tea.
Oh, yes.
My sister's spending the weekend with some friends. She's gone to Hull.
That's where Grandad told the insurance man to go. Come on, Mr. Craythorpe, I'll take you in. Wipe your feet, or my mum will think it's me. Mum, we're here.
Oui? Who's with you?
Nanook of the North.
Oh, it's you, Theodore. Oh, your clothes are in a state. Did you forget your umbrella?
No, I forgot to duck.
Well, I am rather wet.
Take your things off, Theodore. Give them to me.
Oh, thank you. My coat, scarf, hat, and gloves.
Ma'am, when it comes to his vest, shut your eyes.
Oh, James, you do come out with them.
Well, I came in with you.
Never mind the jokes. Just call your granddad in for his tea. Come along, Theodore. You come with me.
Grandad, tea up. Come and get it.
Right, Jimmy. Before I come in, I'll just clean my shovel.
Oh, you don't need your shovel. I'll get you a spoon.
You sit there, Theodore.
Thank you.
Now, you sit there next to Theodore. There's a good boy.
Right, Mum.
Come on, Father. You sit there opposite Theodore.
Howdy-o, Pat. Well, you've certainly done us proud today, my dear.
Oh, rather. It all looks most inviting.
Wait till tomorrow when we're back on beans.
You don't shut up, Jimmy. You'll eat your tea in the back kitchen.
Oh, by the way, the green room players are putting on another play next week.
Oh, really?
Sugar, Mr. Craythorpe?
What's it called?
2 lumps, please.
That's a funny title for a play. Oh, the sugar.
Thank you, James. Yes, it's one of Oscar Wilde's, Lady Windermere's fan. I thought you and Mr. Sinclair might like to go.
Oh, I'd love to, wouldn't you, Father?
Well, I don't know. What's it called again?
Lady Windermere's fan.
No, it doesn't sound like my cup of tea, that.
Well, everyone to their taste. But I've got 3 complimentary tickets, and I think it's a pity to waste them. You see, they...
Oh, the seats are free.
Yes, I'm sure you'll enjoy it, Mr. Sinclair.
Ah, well, we'll go then, Pat, eh?
Yes. Oh, but there's just one thing. Which night are the seats for?
Monday.
Oh, dear, that's awkward. You see, Susan goes to the dancing class with Billy on Monday night, so Jimmy would be left in the house on his own.
You what? I'll be on my own Monday night.
Yes, so maybe we'd better forget all about it.
Oh, no, you go. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. You couldn't have picked a better night. What time will you and Grandad be back?
Well, it starts at 7. They'll be back about 10.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
Plenty of time for what?
To do me homework and to watch the telly and that.
Well, that's settled then, eh?
Yes, it's all right by me. You go and watch Lady Windermere's fan dance. Hello, Ozzy. It's me, Jim. Jim! Have you got fluff in your phone? Or is it in your ears? Listen, I've got to hurry while they're washing the tea things. It's about the meeting of the Black Hand Gang Monday night. I know your dad said we can't. The meeting's here at our house, 7 o'clock. Oh, I just told them I wanted the house, so they're all going out. There's somebody at the door. I'll have to go. Tell your dad we won't be needing the pigsty now, so I can sit in the front room and grunt all night. Ta-da! Oh, hello, Billy.
Hello, Jim. Is Susan in?
No, she hasn't come back from work yet. Come in.
Thank you.
Come in the front room. You can warm the settee up while you're waiting for her.
Now, Jim, don't start on me already.
Oh, I'm only kidding. I wouldn't be rude to someone who gives me a shilling every time he calls.
What? Oh, here you are.
Oh, thanks, Billy. 'Cause I was out last time you called, wasn't I?
All right, here you are.
I don't know how our Susan got a nice fella like you, but I'm glad she did.
She's a very nice girl, Susan. Lots of boys would like to go out with her.
They must be as daft as Dicky Dotty.
Never mind. If Susan wanted, she could have a dozen boys calling for her. I was only thinking last night, even her name tells you how wonderful she is.
What, Scraggy Neck?
I mean her real name, Susan. S for sweet, U for understanding, S for sincere, A for adorable.
Jimmy, how many times have I told you not to move my stockings out of the bathroom?
N for natterer.
I don't want any cheek. Just find someone else to hang your football kit. Because I've got to put my stockings back on the rail. Oh, hello, Billy.
Hello, Susan.
You can't move for your stockings in this house. Everywhere you go, wet stockings dripping all over the place. No wonder Ozzy wanted to know if Man was taking washing in.
Oh, get out.
All right. What did you say, Billy? S for sweet. You must be B for bonehead.
You seem a bit upset, Susan.
Oh, what a day. The boss was in a temper. The buses were packed. And coming up the path, I tripped over Grandad's shovel and ruined my stockings. Anyway, what's brought you around tonight? I thought you were working late.
No, that's what I came to tell you. I'm working late on Monday, so I won't be able to go to the dancing class.
Oh, no. That's all I needed.
I know it's unfortunate, Susan, but the boss asked me.
Well, why didn't you tell him you couldn't work late?
Well, he's my boss. I've got my job to think of. Anyway, can't you go on your own?
Of course I can't. You're my partner. It was your idea to go in for the bronze medal.
Well, it can't be helped, Susan.
Oh, I suppose it can't. I'd better go and see if my stockings are dry.
Oops, sorry, Susan.
What were you doing at the door?
I dropped something on the floor.
What?
I don't know. Where it is.
I'll bet you were listening at the keyhole.
Susan, what a thing to say.
Oh, I can't be bothered with you.
Oh, she's always accusing me of something.
Well, she's a bit upset, Jimmy.
I know. Do you have to work overtime on Monday?
So you were listening?
Well, only by accident. As I bent down, my ear got caught in the keyhole.
Well, I've already told Susan we can't go out on Monday.
But you've got to take Susan out. If she's here and the gang comes...
What gang?
The gang of boyfriends. Yes, her boyfriends. They'll want to take her out.
What boyfriends?
You know you said that she could have a dozen.
Yes?
Well, you were too short.
But Susan hasn't got any other boyfriends.
What? When the news gets out about Monday night, this street will be packed. There'll be Mr. Jones with his sports car and Charlie with his tandem. Oh, we'll have to put the names in a hat and draw one out.
Jimmy, I can't believe this.
Well, you said yourself she could have as many boyfriends as she liked.
Well, I know, but the only one I've heard of is Bert Phillips, and she gave him up. Didn't she?
Oh, yes. She hasn't been out with Bert at all this week. I think he's on nights.
So she hasn't given him up.
Well, all I say is you better take her out Monday night while you're still in the queue. I should tell her now.
I will tell her.
Good. I'll go and get her. Susan! Oh, there you are. Billy wants to see you before he leaves.
Yes, and Mother wants to see you, so go in the kitchen. It'll keep you away from that keyhole.
All right. I'm going.
I'm glad you're still here, Billy. I'm sorry I was a bit annoyed.
Well, I was just leaving, Jezebel.
Now, don't be bad-tempered. That's not a nice way for a boyfriend to speak to his girl.
Well, how do your other boyfriends speak to you?
Well, it's difficult to remember. I have so many, you know.
All right. Let's start with this week's top 10. How about Bert Phillips, Mr. Jones, and Charlie with his tandem?
What are you talking about?
No need to pretend.
Look, if you're still on about Monday, I'll find something to do.
I know you will. Put all your boyfriends in that and pick one out.
I don't know what you're suggesting, but I don't go out with any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Well, they must be 3 you've missed.
How dare you? If that's the way you feel, you needn't speak to me again.
Well, that'll suit me fine.
And me.
Good.
Well, I hope you're satisfied.
I am. Very.
I'm glad.
I could have danced all Monday night. Hey, you've still got the light on.
Jimmy, put that light on again.
What's the matter?
I don't want any of your comedy. I've heard enough funny men for one day.
Why, has Billy been making you laugh?
Me and your sister don't quite see eye to eye.
You will on Monday night when you're both doing the cha-cha.
Mr. Parker can't decide which of my boyfriends I should go with on Monday.
You what?
Jimmy, you can tell your sister I couldn't care less if she goes with a fuzzy-haired fire dancer from the Belgian Congo.
Billy says he couldn't... What was it again?
Jimmy, will you tell Mr. Parker that if I did go with anyone, it would be with a gentleman, which is more than Mr. Parker is.
Susan says if she does go with anyone... Hey, have you two gone deaf or am I going daft?
No, but I'm going home. Good night.
Good riddance.
But Billy, you mean you're not taking her out on Monday night?
No.
But you've got to. Susan can't be here when the gang comes.
You've told me all about them.
No, this is another gang.
Oh, there are more of them, are there?
No, you don't understand.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
Oh, I put my foot in it now. Still, it could have been worse. He might have asked for his shilling back. Have you finished washing yet, Grandad? It's my bedtime.
Huh? Oh, you can have the basin there, Jim. I'll just put the plug in for you.
I want to talk to you, Grandad. It's important.
Well, now, come on. Have your wash first.
All right. Ooh, pass the towel.
What do you call that? It's not even a cat lick.
It's a mouse lick. Anyway, Grandad, listen. Our Susan and Billy have fallen out.
Oh, have they?
Yes, and you've got to get them friends again.
Who, me? Oh, no. I'm not poking my nose into Susan's affairs.
Why not? Mum says you poke it into everybody else's.
Now, don't be cheeky, Jimmy.
Sorry, Grandad. But he was going to take her out on Monday, and now she'll be sitting at home with me, in the way. I mean...
Look, I don't know why you're interested, but I'm having nothing to do with it, and that's final.
All right, but don't ask me for anything. From now on, buy your own comics. I'm not giving up yet.
Is that you, Jimmy?
Yes, Mum.
Well, come on, get into bed.
All right.
Come on now. I've put an extra blanket on your bed from Susan's room.
She hasn't left home, has she?
Don't be silly.
Well, she's had a row with Billy, you know.
Yes, I know. Susan said they'd had a little tiff.
Hey, Mum, why don't you tell her to go and make it up with him?
Oh, no. I'm not interfering. Anyway, this time next week they'll be friends again.
But that's too late.
Too late.
Too long for Billy to wait. He'll be miserable, riding round on his motorbike with nobody to keep his pillion warm.
Look, it's got nothing to do with you. Now, you get into bed.
All right. But if our Susan finishes up an old maid, it's your fault.
Susan is 17.
That's what I mean. She'll soon be past it.
Jimmy, you're talking about something you don't understand. Now get into bed. Come on.
Mum.
That'll do. What Susan and Billy do is their own affair.
Yes, Mum.
And nobody else is going to interfere.
No, Mum.
So just forget all about it.
Yes, Mum.
Good night, Jimmy.
Good night, Mum. I'll bet if you phone Billy...
Jimmy!
Yes, Mum.
Is James asleep? I wanted to say good night.
I don't think we'll ever get him to sleep.
Well, I don't feel tired.
Well, why not lie on the edge of the bed? Then maybe you'll drop off.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe, you ought to be on the telly. Advertising nuts.
Jimmy, you are a cheeky boy.
Oh, it was only tit for tat. I say, what if I read James a story? Perhaps he'll go to sleep then.
Well, bet I would. Hey, that's a a good idea.
I don't think he deserves it, Theodore.
Oh, go on, Mum.
Yes, Mrs. Clitheroe. I won't stay too long.
Well, all right.
Thanks, Mum.
There's some books in that cupboard over there.
Good. I'll select something suitable. We don't want to excite him too much.
All right. Just for a quarter of an hour.
All right, Mum. Close the door, Mr. Craythorpe.
My word, here's a find. Oh, this was my favourite book when I was at university. The Water Babies.
Oh, heck.
Now, here we are. Once upon a time, there was a little chimney sweep, and his name was Tom.
Mr. Craythorpe.
That is a short name, and you've heard it before.
Yes, teacher.
Now, James, so you will not have much trouble in remembering it.
No, Tom. Look, Mr. Craythorpe.
Now. He lived in a great
Hey.
town in the North Country.
Hey,
Hmm?
Uncle Mac. Don't read anymore. I'm too excited.
Now, James, if you want a story, you must keep quiet.
Look, I want to talk to you about Susan and Billy.
What about them?
Well, they're not speaking, and I want you to make them friends again.
Why me?
Well, because you've got brains, and you can talk, and there's nobody else like you.
Oh, well, that's very flattering. But I don't think I should interfere.
Ooh, you wouldn't say that if you'd seen her after he'd gone, crying her eyes out. When she was having her supper, the tears were running down her face, all over her chips.
Oh, how sad.
Yes, she had to put her mac on to have a sweet.
But, James, what can I do about it?
Well, if you could get them to meet, accidentally on purpose...
Oh, well, there's the Women's Guild whist drive a week tomorrow.
That's no good. Hey, if you had a party at your house, they could meet there.
Yes, James. Oh, but wait a minute. What reason could I give for having a party?
Well, say it's like Mrs. Billington had. A housewarm...
Housewarming?
Yes, that's it.
But I've been in my house for 7 years.
I know, but it's always cold.
No, on second thoughts, James, I don't really think I should...
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe!
Now, James.
Well, you said you would, you would, and now you won't. And you're supposed to be our friend.
All right. I suppose I can think of a reason.
Good. Well, make it tomorrow night.
But I couldn't have it so soon.
Oh, Mr. Craythorpe!
Very well. Tomorrow night it shall be.
Good. Now listen. Invite the 5 of us, but don't tell Susan Billy's coming. And don't tell Billy Susan's coming. And don't tell me Grandad and me Mum anything.
Is it all right if I whisper it to the cat?
Oh, it's 8 o'clock.
Is that all?
Yes, so it is. Mr. Sinclair, would you care for another glass of elderberry wine?
No, thanks.
You, Mrs. Clitheroe?
No, thank you, Theodore.
Shall I recite the death of Nelson again?
No.
I wonder what happened to Susan. She should be here. I do hope she comes.
She's got more sense.
Pardon?
She's got more sense than to miss a nice, jolly party like this.
Lay down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor man, you're gonna die.
Jimmy, I told you not to sing that.
Well, I was only trying to liven things up a bit. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
You frightened the life out of me. Now stop it.
Why, this is a party.
Party, it's a pub.
Hey, hide the elderberry wine. It's a police raid.
Oh, Susan, you've come. Oh, Billy, too, together. Do come in.
Thanks.
Does this mean you're friends again?
Yes, I phoned Susan up tonight and said I was sorry, and we found out the quarrel was all a mistake.
Mistake? We'd never have fallen out if it hadn't been for that
Oh,
interfering
I think
little...
I'll go and have a look at the snow.
Shut up. Mother, did you know we've been ordered out of the house on Monday night?
What do you mean?
The house is needed for a meeting of the Black Hand Gang.
Oh, heck.
Black Hand Gang, Jimmy?
How did you find out?
On the way here, Billy and I just happened to meet your friend, Ozzy. He told us.
The big bat-eared blabbermouth. I'll start a new gang when I see him. He'll be the first member of the Black Eye Gang.
Oh, hello, James.
Hello, Mr. Craythorpe.
What can I do for you?
Well, I've come round on behalf of the Black Hand Gang to thank you for trying to help us.
I'm sorry it didn't work out. I suppose your mother hasn't relented about you using your house tonight.
Oh, no. She won't hear of it. Anyway, the lad said that after what you did, I've got to make you a member of the gang.
Oh, well, that's very nice, but I'm a little old for that. I'm not exactly a boy.
Well, you're in the Women's Guild. And you're not a woman.
But I'm only an honorary member of that.
Well, I'll make you an honorary member of the gang. Hold your right hand up and stand on one leg. Now, repeat after me.
No, James. We'll have the initiation later. I accept the position as honorary member of the gang.
Oh, well, you can't back out now.
No, I've given my word.
Right, well, you can join properly tonight.
Oh, I can't go out tonight, I'm afraid.
Oh, you don't have to go out. Now you remember, we're having the meeting here in your house.
In that recording of the Clitheroe Kid, you heard Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Leonard Williams, Diana Day, Peter Goodright, and Tony Melody, with, of course, Jimmy Clitheroe as the Kid himself. The theme music was written by Alan Roper and played by the BBC Northern Dance Orchestra, conducted by Alan Ainsworth, with Jimmy Leach at the electronic organ. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe and produced in the north of England by James Casey.